Hello everyone. Back again with Brain Game. We have collected top 10 new upcoming games in February 2022. Well then, you've come to the right place. We've rounded up a comprehensive list of just about every game headed your way in February 2022. You can play them on in hopes of making your life a little bit easier and giving you even more time to get gaming. Just go ahead, top 10 new games upcoming in February 2022. 1. CrossfireX. Crossfire is an online tactical first-person shooter game developed by Smilegate Entertainment for Microsoft Windows. It was first released in South Korea on May 3, 2007. Game features two mercenary corporations named the Blacklist and Global Risk, fighting each other in an epic global conflict. Players assume the role of either a Blacklist or Global Risk mercenary, joining an online team that must work together to complete objective-based scenarios. Except for the mutation and wave modes, each mode can support a maximum of 16 players, each divided into an 8-man team. 2. Lost Ark. Lost Ark is an isometric 2.5D fantasy multiplayer online action role-playing game, MOARC. The game is releasing in European and North American regions on February 11, 2022, where it will be published by Amazon Games. Lost Ark is primarily focused on fan exploration but features PvP elements as well. Players start by customizing their character, which they can then level up by completing the storyline. Reaching level 50 unlocks access to tiered endgame dungeons and raids, at which point all further progress is tied to the character's gear score. 3. Dynasty Warriors 9 Empires. Dynasty Warriors 9 is a hack-and-slash video game developed by Omega Force and published by Koei Tecmo. Titled Dynasty Warriors 9 Empires, was released on December 2021 in Japan, and worldwide in February 15, 2022 for the PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, Xbox Series X/S, Xbox One, Nintendo Switch, and Microsoft Windows. The game revamps the gameplay of the series with the introduction of the open-world environment. A traversable map of China is implemented, which the player can freely roam on foot, horseback or boat. The game focuses on livable environments such as cities and towns, as well as places where large battles take place. The character's moveset combinations is also revised. 4. King of Fighters 15. The King of Fighters 15, also called KOF 15, is an upcoming fighting game developed by SNK. It is scheduled for release on February 17, 2022 for Microsoft Windows, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, and Xbox Series X/S. Like its predecessors, the King of Fighters 15 uses a fighting system involving teams composed of 3 fighters. The parry system also returns under the name Shatter Strike. It also reincorporates the common max mode system where fighters can use stronger techniques once energy bars are filled. The game features a wide variety of online modes, including ranked match, casual match, room match, and online training. 5. Total War Warhammer 3. Total War Warhammer 3 is an upcoming turn-based strategy and real-time tactics video game developed by Creative Assembly and published by Sega. It is part of the Total War series, and the third to be set in Games Workshop's Warhammer Fantasy Fictional Universe. The game was announced on February 3, 2021, is scheduled for release on February 17, 2022. Players engage in diplomacy with, and fight against, AI-controlled factions. When armies meet, they battle in real time. The game will also have a custom battles mode where players can create customized real-time battles, as well as online multiplayer battles. Those who own races from the first 2 games will have the same races unlocked for multiplayer in the third game. 6. Horizon Forbidden West. Horizon Forbidden West is an upcoming action role-playing game developed by Guerrilla Games and published by Sony Interactive Entertainment. It is set to be released on February 18, 2022 for the PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5. The game will explore the mysterious frontier known as the Forbidden West, a post-apocalyptic version of the western United States, specifically the states of California, Nevada, and Utah. The map will be larger than in the previous game, filled with secrets that lie beneath ruins from the world of the old ones. 7. Martha is Dead. Martha is Dead. It is set to be released on February 22, 2022 for the PC, Xbox Series S/X, Xbox One, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5. Martha is Dead is a dark first-person psychological thriller, set in 1944 Italy, that blurs the lines between reality, superstition and the tragedy of war. As conflict intensifies between German and Allied forces, the desecrated body of a woman is found drowned. Martha. Eight. Grid Legends. Grid Legends is an upcoming racing video game developed by Codemasters and published by Electronic Arts. The game is scheduled to be released for Microsoft Windows, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Xbox One and Xbox Series X/S in February 2022. Grid Legends will offer more than 130 tracks to race on, ranging from real-life circuits like Brands Hatch and Indianapolis Motor Speedway to street circuits in various cities such as San Francisco, Paris, London, and Moscow. The game will also feature more than 100 vehicles, including touring cars, semi-trailer truck, open-wheel car, stadium trucks, drift cars, or even electric vehicles to compete in arena ovals, on street circuits and off-road racing. For the first time in the series, players will be able to create their own races, including custom routes, obstacles, vehicle restrictions, and rules. 9. Sifu. Sifu is an upcoming beat-em-up action-adventure video game developed and published by French studio Sloclap. The game is set to be released for Windows, PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5 on February 8, 2022. The game, which is inspired by Pac-Man Kung Fu, includes over 150 unique attacks. Basic attack moves can be chained together, though some combos may grant players additional tactical opportunities, such as being able to knock down enemies or stun them. The protagonist and all hostile enemy characters have a structural gauge. When the gauge is completely filled, the guard of these characters will break and they will become vulnerable to finishing attacks. 10. OlliOlli World. OlliOlli World is an upcoming skateboarding video game developed by Roll7 and published by Private Division. The game is the third entry in the OlliOlli series. Game It is set to be released on February 8, 2022 for PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Xbox One, Xbox Series X and Series S, Nintendo Switch, and Windows. The game takes place in Radlandia, where the player can interact with the game's characters, and take on side quests. To get high scores, the player is required to chain together tricks in order to get combos. The player can ride walls and grind on rails to increase their score. The game has a hand-drawn art style, in contrast to the pixel art of previous entries. So, these are the best high graphics game that you can play on your PC. I hope this video helped you. Please share it with your friends also. If you have any doubts related to this, let us know in the comment box below.